12:30 p.m. on this now afternoon, Friday afternoon, April 10th, 2026. Yeah, still having quite the severe whiteout skies. We do have a feathered high flyer off in the distance here. Kind of nice to actually have some type of a observation this year. But this is not really an observational video. No, as I've been sitting and waiting for my content to post from yesterday still, and waiting to get today's content posted, I had a comment that came in from one of my channels, and this comment came from the channel Chimera's Claw, or Just My 2 Cents, or Cent. And because of the comment that was posted in the comment section of one of my videos, I decided to, and I'm not a stranger to that channel, but I decided, okay, let's go on over. And anymore, I'm not one for subscribing to channels. I don't really like to offer likes all that well, but I've been tossing them out there, regardless of what many channels are claiming that the likes are no longer operational. And so I decided to use Chimera's Claw as an example that no, the likes are still operational. It's just a factor that, as I've explained in the past, you have an option of removing videos from your liked list. But every time that you remove a video from your like list, you actually are removing the like that you have given to that video. And many people don't like their houses to be cluttered, right? So let's get rid of that like list, because we have the option to do so without realizing the consequences that once you do so, you are actually removing the likes that you have given to videos. Plain and simple. And I'm very glad that Just My 2 Cent posted a comment, because I decided, you know what, I gotta catch up on this guy's videos. And the most recent was on America, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching that video. So because of that, I am going to leave a description, or leave a link in the description below to Chimera's Claw, to that channel, which he has very few subscribers. And, well, has not been getting many views. And I would like to help out, as I've done so in many past scenarios. And it's just a thing that I do. And once again, I really enjoyed watching his latest video, because of the factors that his opinions are right on the same page as mine. So if you would, click on that link, check out his content. If you find anything that you like, click on it, give it a view, hand out those likes. But you know what? If you're handing out likes, do not mess with your like list. I guess it's kind of like when the statement's made in the Bible, in a verse, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Leave the like list alone. So on that note, once again, we have really nothing observable. I mean, yeah, I have had thoughts of going out here into the woods and hanging out a little bit, but you know, the air is saturated with moisture even though it is not raining out here. You can still feel the moisture in the air, almost like walking through a fog bank. We do have quite a little bit of sparrow activity that's kicking off around the feeding tree here. Just another observation. So I guess, with all that being said and not much seen, we shall go ahead and end this recording and get it posted whenever the possibility arises to do so. But once again, yeah, I could be providing more content from out here, but no. I'm not even seeing much going on out in the woods. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. Take care, have a great one. This Skywise out. 4:20 p.m. on this Friday late afternoon, April 10th, 2026. Well, we are still under these wonderful blue skies that are colored white. Right? Oh, what a joke. So much in life today is such a joke. And sometimes I actually feel like a clown in a circus. Especially on this platform. This platform seems to be nothing but a circus anymore. The big top. Nothing more than a freak show underneath. Yeah. And well, it's gotten to a point to where, you know, and this happens occasionally, to where I get notifications of comments being posted. But ironically, the comments are not geared to me. They're comments that were posted on other channels' comment section, but because I had posted a comment within the comment section, somehow I end up getting notifications of other channels' comments that are being posted. And these are not replies to my comments either. What a circus. Oh, hey, you know, my previous recording, basically I solicited a channel, and I'm going to do likewise once again because, well, interesting enough, this is the channel Traveling Tiberium Circus. Okay? Now, I guess that's the game plan anymore, is the factor that because I'm having so many issues posting content, I'm going to do more for other channels rather than my own. And so a great majority that will be forthcoming will be my attempts to help out small channels, as I've done in the past, in order to possibly help them grow, or at least get a few more views or a subscriber or two. And so once again, I am going to provide a link in the description to Traveling Tiberium Circus. I've just subscribed. And I've got some catching up to do, just like I have some catching up to do with a couple of other channels. But when channels are kind to me, I want to turn around and repay the favor. And that's exactly what I will be attempting to do. You know, my content is being blocked quite severely. Hi Oreo. I've got cats that they're starting to surround me, wanting my attention. I just had China Girl come up, and she's, as typical, more interested in socializing with me rather than eating. She comes up, she takes a quick look around, she might take a nibble or two, and off she goes, especially if I am not giving her the attention that she's not requiring, but requesting, I guess. So anyways, that is the game plan in the future, is to do what I used to do in the past. But then in the past, great many times that I would basically solicit other channels it was more, I don't like to say this, but in all honesty, it was to try to generate a little bit more activity towards my channel. That's not the case. It will not be the case. I know what it's like to struggle on this platform. I know what it's like to be fought against by this platform. And when I come across channels that they have very few subscribers, very few views, and they've been around for quite some time, that is when I decide to jump in and try to offer whatever assistance that I might be able to provide. Why? Because I feel they've got good content and worthy enough to share. Right? So so that's what I'm doing. And as far as excuse me. As far as sky observations, well, we might provide a little bit more later because, well, we are now starting to see some pockets of blue off here into the horizon. Yeah, buddy, I know. You're wanting... Hey, he's right up on my lap now. Kind of just distracted me from my train of thought. So anyways, yeah, I might provide a little bit more content as far as sky observations from today, but you know, I guess I'm just going to have to start keeping content very short because this platform, you know, all I'm doing is feeding the platform energy. I mean, I have to keep this freaking device plugged in and charging, because during the whole uploading process, I'm seeing more battery drainage than the uploading of my content. And again, you know, this false narrative of the uploading process itself, you know, it's a false narrative when all of a sudden, and I don't know when this took place, but when they started to, instead of, well, now it's sending files, right? And I've explained before that once you send a file, the file is sent. The uploading process takes place through your device and not through the platform. And, you know, they're so, and it's just like, you know, people and what they believe as far as likes. You know, oh, help this channel grow by providing likes. It does nothing. Likes are nothing more than an appreciation or a form of gratuity, because otherwise you would not have the option of removing liked videos. But once you remove liked videos from that liked video list, you are removing likes from those videos. That's all. But thing is, what about those dislikes? I have never seen any stats or analytics pertaining to how many dislikes that my channel has accrued. And of course, you don't see that count on any other channel, right? Again, games that this platform plays. And yes, it's all about confusion and chaos, chaos and confusion, divide and conquer, and that's what they constantly do. But when we share content from one channel to another, you're bucking the system right there. Okay? But I can't share through community postings because I don't get enough views to my community postings. Why? Because you have the option, or 3 options, pertaining to notifications, right? And most people, well, they don't like to be bombarded by notification pop-ups, so they click on none rather than all or personalized. I think that's the second choice. I can't remember because when I click on a channel and subscribe, usually it's all notifications. But then there's channels that, wow, they pump out so much content that, you know, you just get bombarded by notifications. And so it's very understandable why people choose that none option. You have to understand these games, people. And now, this late time of the day, and we are finally starting to see this. Of course, that's what was forecasted, right? But of course, with this, and with these clearings that is kicking, what else should we start seeing? But of course, more aircraft. Yeah, quite the circus. Reality is a circus. And that is, once again, why I am going to share in other channels information down in the description so you can click that link and maybe help out. So on that note, I'm going to end this. Hang out here for a while because I have nothing else to do. You know, it's a sad shame when, you know, I am there for people whenever they need me, but yet when I am in need, I get nothing. I get ghosted. Yeah, I played that game on this platform too. Yeah. It's another fun game to play on this platform. Is to have channels ghost you. Or content creators ghost you. Right? Oh, now I can hear the sounds of an aircraft. Of course. It begins. But then, it never stops anyways. So if you have not checked out the previous video and the channel that I attempted to guide viewers towards, please click on the link, check it out. Otherwise, click on the link below, check out that channel, help out if you can. In fact, when it comes down to sky observations, sky watchers, you know, help out. Let's keep pushing for more transparency, if you will, rather than continue on with them clouding up our thoughts, especially through divide and conquer operations, which consists of chaos and confusion. Take care. Have a great one. This is Skyways out.